Hey everyone! Today I wanted to go over a new tool called Asset Forge. My initial interpretation of the software was that it would allow anyone to easily create art assets using pre-made blocks, so environments, certain robot characters, and vehicles. Anything that is static or non-organic. Let's see if it lives up to those expectations. As you can see it being used in the background, your mind is probably racing with various ideas and ways to implement it into your own development pipeline. Especially as a programmer, this seems to be a godsend. This program is not only useful for programmers but also artists, as you can import custom blocks and then easily build new art assets from those custom blocks. So I tried to use it to develop a mini dungeon environment. I stuck to using the pre-made blocks as they are and didn't do much in terms of combining them to create cool robots or vehicles. I found that the software controls extremely well. It's really smooth, there's no lag at all. I really like how it controls and moves and feels. If you've used a 3D game engine before, then you'll easily adapt to the controls. It's just WASD and you use the mouse. Super simple. Now, Asset Forge is great, but it lacks a few basic features like an undo, redo button, duplicating objects, and selecting multiple objects. But the great thing is they will be delivered soon, and they're all through free updates, which is really nice. I spent around 15 to 20 minutes developing my modular block pieces. It was great to add textures onto them, and soon, according to the developer, we will be able to add custom textures into Asset Forge, which will make the tool more complete. Exporting is pretty standard. You can get an OBJ or an FBX format, and every piece is separated, allowing you to use the pieces in a modular fashion. In Unreal Engine, I had to make the import scale around 50. So far they don't allow you to change the units inside of Asset Forge, so usually in a 3D modeling software, you change it from millimeters to inches, centimeters, but that's not really an issue as upon importing in any game engine, you can easily change the scale size. I spent some time setting up the environment inside of Unreal. As mentioned before, Asset Forge lacks duplication tools, so setting up the entire environment is significantly faster in a game engine. After adding lighting, post-processing, and particles, it started to really come together and look nice. I did some initial tests with the third-person controller. I found that it looked nice, but it wouldn't suit a desktop game, especially not in its current state. If you were to compare this to other games, it's lacking normal maps, and it doesn't look detailed enough. If you went for a flat shaded style and didn't use the textures in Asset Forge, it would probably look really nice, so a more stylized game. If you had a cel-shaded material as well, you could probably get away with doing something similar to Wind Waker, just without the texture detail, which would look really nice. After running around a bit and messing around with a few things, I decided to try a top-down perspective, and this is where it really shines and I believe it looks great. If you think about it, I spent 15 to 20 minutes in Asset Forge, and then around 1 hour setting up the lighting and environment inside of Unreal Engine 4. To get something of this quality in such a short time is really great, especially with this being my first time using Asset Forge. With more practice, it wouldn't take long to develop higher quality environments at a faster rate using Asset Forge. One of my main goals over time is to improve my pipeline of development and save time during game development. By saving time on certain tasks, I can focus more on gameplay and polishing the game. I believe blueprints combined with Asset Forge will save a dramatic amount of time. The great thing is that as both blueprints and Asset Forge receive updates, everything only gets better and easier. That's not to say that C# and Asset Forge wouldn't make a good combination either. Any type of programming you use in combination with something like Asset Forge is going to cut away all the time of making art assets, which is going to be really great. Do keep in mind, Asset Forge will not replace creating characters. You will still need to either outsource or create your own characters in 3D modeling software. With all of this said, I believe Asset Forge can make a massive change in its current stage for programmers developing games. Especially in the mobile space, The assets suit mobile really well and will dramatically speed up development. After using Asset Forge, I'm actually a bit excited to try and make a really simple mobile style game to see how quickly it can be achieved with the help of Asset Forge. One final thing to note is that all assets belong to you. So outside of game development, I think this tool is fantastic for teachers, as you can easily generate assets for your class and not spend hours trying to find them online. You could even get the students to put assets together as part of the class. Making Wipeout style vehicles would be pretty exciting for students. This has been my first impressions of Asset Forge. I'm really impressed and can't wait to see where Kenny goes with this. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for similar content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.